Hello! Welcome to my channel Stenu Loves Makeup. Today I'll be talking about a topic that is very dear to me, and that is purple eyeliners. Now, if you've ever tried to find a purple eyeliner, you know that it's difficult to find one that looks really good and pigmented in the waterline and then stays there. So I've got 6 different ones to try out, and none of these are high-end. Yeah, these are from Priceline, so you know the most expensive one will be like 20 bucks. I'm not sure. I bought some of these at the 40% off Priceline sale. Today I will be swatching them on my hand to see what the color's like, because sometimes you end up with more of a grapey kind of color rather than a true purple. And then I'll be trying them out on my waterline and seeing which ones look best. And the ones that actually translate to the waterline I will be doing a wear test for, and that will be in part 2 to narrow down the best purple eyeliner. So keep on watching if you really have been searching for a good purple eyeliner that doesn't cost an arm and a leg. So some of these I've had for a little while, like this Almay pencil, so it doesn't even have any writing on it anymore. So, and it's actually, what I find really annoying is the mechanism has come apart. So it's really hard to use. I used to really like this, I remember, and it's a beautiful rich purple. So I will swatch this on my waterline. As you can see, I got quite a decent color payoff from that. I will check if that pencil is still available, because I forgot to check when I was actually in store. And I will put in the description box below how much each of these pencils cost. Up next, I've got a NYX pencil, and this is a retractable eyeliner in purple/violet. So, whoa. So this is a really soft pencil. As you can see, it crumbled when I tried to apply that. I don't know what you're doing there, NYX. That's not really ideal. It is a nice color, I have to say. It is a nice purple. It's a little less dark than the Almay one, so I'm going to try that on my other waterline. Look, I'm not thrilled by this. I mean, you can see it's purple. It's a bit more luminous than the other side, but it's definitely not as much of a color payoff as I would like if I'm using a color, you know. I want it to be purple and people to look at it and say, oh look, it's purple, and not just be like, wait, what color? Oh, I see, it's purple. So up next I've got a Rimmel London Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer. Now, I love the Exaggerate eye pencils. I've got one in black, I've got one in gold, I've got one in navy. This one I think I was a bit hesitant about because it's the color Ripe Plum. And I was saying earlier, I called it grape, but I meant plum. I'm not really after a plum color, I'm after a purple. So here it is on my hand, and it is definitely more of a plum, but it glued on really smoothly. So I'm gonna remove what I've got on right now, and I'm gonna put on some of the Ripe Plum. Yeah, that's not bad. It's maybe about on par with a NYX pencil or slightly better. It's not as pigmented as the gold or the black Exaggerate Rimmel eye pencil, but it's okay, it's a thing. And it's definitely more of a plum than a purple. Up next, I've got a Maybelline New York Crayon Kohl. Does this have a color? It says 320. I don't know. But it looks like it's purple. So I'm gonna swatch this on my hand. Oh, this was a pain to get the freaking plastic thing off. And I think the pencil broke in the process. Oh, wow. So it's a beautiful purple. I really like this. Kind of a blue toned purple. And it's very creamy, so I'm gonna see how that goes on my waterline. I have to say, I really like how this one applied. It kind of got all over my lower lash line as well, but I can deal with that, you know. If it's a beautiful color, that's fine. I can deal with that. It's definitely a front runner, I have to say. So far, the ones that went onto my waterline were best were the Almay and the Maybelline. 2 more to go. So up next, I've got this Revlon Photoready double-sided thing. Kajal, Photoready Kajal double-sided. I bought this in 3 different colorways. I've got the green and beige, I think, and then royal blue and something, royal blue and white, I believe. And then this purple is with this off-white. I didn't really like any of them. They're kind of, I mean, it's a dark purple. I've got so much purple in my hand. It's not my favorite purple. And it's kind of a stiff, dry formula. So I'm going to get rid of what I've got on right now and try it out. Okay, I have to say that Rimmel pencil that I was like, yeah, it's okay, blah, blah, blah. It was actually freaking difficult to remove. So kudos to you, Exaggerate. Yeah, kudos to you. If only you were purple and not plum. And I checked, they don't have a purple in this line. This is the closest to purple you get. So let me try to apply this Revlon in my waterline. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Like, I've clearly used this a bunch of times. Otherwise it wouldn't be this short. It wasn't originally this short. It's okay. It's okay. It's definitely not my favorite. So the last but not least, I've got also a Revlon Colorstay. Wait, I wonder if this is the same color. Purple Rain. What are you? Are you also Purple Rain? No, this is Black Violet. So I've got a Revlon Colorstay with the two things in Purple Rain and then one in Black Violet. So this is a bit darker. I expect this will be darker. I hope it's a nicer. Oh, this is one of those mechanical ones as well. I hope this is a nicer. Oh no, it's also a really like dry scratchy formula. I hate that. I hate dry scratchy formulas. Why would you do that? I'm gonna stick this on my eye. I don't want it to be dry and scratchy. And if you're thinking the light's gone weird, I took too long to film and now the sun's gone down. I'm sorry, it's the last one. Almost finished. I think the color payoff on this is even worse than on the double-sided one, which is really disappointing. I mean, come on. You know, this is all you're supposed to do, like. And if you're thinking, okay, maybe it's this one's supposed to be around the eyes and then the pale one's supposed to be in your waterline. The pale one, if anything, is even worse at applying, and that applies to all three of these that I've got. I would not recommend these Revlon ones, and Revlon is expensive. Definitely the front runners are Maybelline, which is this really, really creamy one here. And Almay, which is the first one, which isn't as purple. The NYX gets points for being super purple, but also it was really crumbly. Rimmel gets points for its staying power when I try to remove it, but it's a grape and not a purple. So I will do a wear test on these two certainly and get back to you. Especially, you know, I need to check if this one is even still for sale. And these two, I might do a wear test as a backup, so I have 4 pencils rather than just 2. Oops. I might need to buy a new one of these. So if you're wondering why I'm so obsessed with purple eyeliners, it's because purple is really nice with brown eyes. And obviously I've got brown eyes, and purple is also my favorite color, incidentally. So I just want a good purple eyeliner. Why is it so difficult? Now I know why it's so difficult. It's because purple is a really, what's it, unsteady? It's not unsteady. It's, I can't think of the word. But it's a pigment that's not very steady. It's an unsteady pigment. So things like purple eyeliners, purple eyeshadows that work well are really hard to find as well. I mean, these days we've got a lot of choice. And you will definitely be able to find an eyeshadow that's purple that works well. I've got a bunch now. But back in the day I would never be able to find any either. And I'm sure there are eyeliners that are purple that work well in the waterline. But I don't want to spend $40 on an eyeliner, you know, and makeup's expensive. And as much as I love a purple eyeliner, I'm not going to use it every day, probably. I mean, I've definitely gone through phases where I've used a purple eyeliner every day. But these days, not so much. So yeah, hopefully one of these 4 will prove to be really amazing. Thank you for watching. And subscribe if you want to keep in the loop and find out when part 2 of the search for the best purple eyeliner comes out. I hope this was somewhat helpful for you. Don't buy Revlon. I'm sure they have other good products. What do they have? They have nice nail polishes. But yeah, these Colorstay eyeliners are no good. Maybe if you use them around your eyes, but for the waterline, no, no, no. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.